What's going on, folks? We are back here with some more Spider-Man, aka Through the Omen Path, aka Legally Distinct Spider Fellow. Standard. That's a mouthful. Today, we are going to be taking a look at a card that has been really making waves in the standard leagues and challenges on MTGO, and I've seen it quite a bit in the arena ladder as well, and that is Kavaero Mind-Bitten. So, I uploaded a video of a Grixis version of this deck not too long ago that was more so focused on Proph's Eidetic Memory as your backup plan with Fear of Missing Out and Steamcore Scholar and Terza. It was basically a VV deck disguised in a trench coat. And what we're trying to do today is we're going to lean a little bit more in on the kind of all-in reanimation plan. And that is the list that you see in front of you today. This is a Sultai deck as opposed to a Grixis deck. And green offers you quite a bit of very, very good self-mill enablers that also happen to just be very good cards. The two that I really want to highlight here is Esper Origins and Awaken the Honored Dead. So Esper Origins is not only a self-mill enabler because the front side surveils 2, it also is a pretty good backup plan because you cast it from the graveyard, you get a 4/4 that can attack, make mana, and then on chapter 3, it gives all of your smaller creatures, like all of your Steam Cores and Town Greeters lying around, +2/+2 and trample. So it's kind of like enabler plus payoff plus win condition all wrapped in one. Sign me up. And then Awaken the Honored Dead is fantastic because it's self-mill. You, on chapter 3, if you don't have a Kavaero in hand, you can use the Awaken to get back a Kavaero, and most importantly, it also destroys graveyard hate. Now, you might ask yourself, what is the big payoff here? Because we're doing all this self-mill. What exactly are we doing with the self-mill? So Kavaero Mind-Bitten is a card, if you haven't seen it, it's a 4/4 for 4, and you can have it enter as a copy of any creature card in a graveyard, except it's a 4/4, and it doesn't retain the name of the card you're copying, it retains the Kavaero Mind-Bitten name. So, what's really cool about Kavaero is when you cast it, you can have it enter as a large creature. Most notably, Bringer of the Last Gift. So this is a 6/6 flyer. When it says, when it enters, if you cast it, I'm going to stop you right there. Under normal circumstances, if you reanimate Bringer, you would not be able to get that trigger because when you zombify it or reanimate it in any other means, you're not casting it. I'll get to that in a second. If you cast it, each player sacrifices all of their creatures they control, then each player returns all creatures from their graveyard to the battlefield. So the reason that this is a powerful interaction is when you're casting Kavaero Mind-Bitten from your hand, if you have it enter as a bringer, it counts as being cast. So you effectively get this 8 mana effect on the 6/6 flyer for just the low price of 4 mana. Now, what ends up happening is that you wrath the board and you return all of your creatures from the graveyard to the battlefield. You'll notice that there's 4 copies of Craterhoof Behemoth. Sometimes you can Kavaero just the Craterhoof itself, and sometimes that's enough, but we can go a little bit deeper than that. So when you Kavaero copy the Bringer of the Last Gift, if you say have 2 Craterhoofs in your graveyard, both of them come back into play, they see each other, and they both get their triggers, which means that even if you're just getting back the 2 Craterhoofs, you have the Kavaero in play, which is a copy of Bringer. It doesn't sacrifice itself because the Bringer says each other creature. And then what ends up happening is that you get the 2 hoofs back. They each give both of them +3/+3, which twice, right? So they both get +6/+6. That would be 6/12 plus the 10 from the hoofs. That's 22 alone right there. So it might seem like 4 Craterhoof is a lot, but you really do kind of need 2 in the graveyard to be able to kind of one-shot them. And that's the whole plan, is the turn we cast Kavaero and get Bringer of the Last Gift, we're not going to be passing the turn. This isn't a situation where it's like, okay, I'll put a Vaultborn Tyrant and a Vel'Gavoth in play. No, they're just going to take lethal that turn. You have some more ways to set it up, like Overlord of the Balemurk, which is perfect because it mills a bunch, and it also is a way to pick up Kavaero. Bitter Triumph and Steamcore Scholar are good ways to get the Craterhoofs and Bringers out of your hand if you just have them stuck there. And then some additional draw discard in Marang River region and some Rakshas's Bargain, which is more like look at cards, put the rest into the graveyard. Bunch of Sultai lands, couple of Surveils, nothing too fancy going on in the mana base. And then in the sideboard, cards you would usually expect, like Annul for Cauldron, Flood Maw, just a good bounce spell, Duress for control, some Artifact Enchantment hate, some Sweepers, and some Graveyard hate. So that is kind of... There's a bunch of different approaches to this Kavaero Mind-Bitten deck, and I really think we are just barely scratching the surface on this card. The more that I play with it, the more I think that it might just be the most powerful card in the set, especially when combined with Bringer of the Last Gift, and we're going to see if we can showcase that today. So without further ado, I will see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. That'd be plus 12, right? 12 plus... I think it would have been 16, but they were at 23, so it wouldn't have been enough. No 2-mana play is kind of awkward. This hand's like really slow, but we're on the play. Let's try it. I've kept worse hands before. You know, another 3-mana card is not exactly what I was looking for. Bonaparte, thank you for the 25. Appreciate the resub. Thank you, thank you. I do believe in the heart of the cards. I would really not like to kill their Cryogen relics, so I guess we're just gonna cast Bargain? It's kind of weird, but I really do not want to just forcefully kill their relic. Dude, I still can't double spell. Can you please play a permanent that's not a thing that draws a card when it dies? I guess just the Origins. So then I can double Balemurk next turn if they don't play a permanent. Hold. Probably playing what, artifacts? Like the synthesizer deck? Passage on red. Somebody drew the iron crystal. Somebody drew the iron crystal. Dude, every single time I play opponent's deck, I always draw the one of fire crystal. Without fail, every single time. If you know, you know. Ooh, those are nice mills. I'm gonna click decline. Are you cool with that? Cool if I click decline? So, honestly, best draw next turn is just untap land. So I can go Overlord into Kavaero. Or not the iron crystal, the fire crystal. You know what I meant. The red crystal. It's the same. It's the same thing. Does that do anything? You know, 3-mana draw card. Huge. Huge. One of Enduring Courage. You don't need it. That's just not necessary. What could they even have here for 1 mana? Decline. Jay, you ready? You ready? Here it comes. Here it comes. 3, 2, 1. Boo! Oh wait, copy hoof, copy hoof, copy hoof. Boo! Is that 4 Craterhoof triggers? Where'd you go? Come back! Come back! Oh man, this deck is based. Based on what? I know, didn't even want to see the number. I mean, I could do the math right now, but I don't want to do that. All right, just a little bit of anal. Just a little bit of anal. What else do I cut? My deck is too perfect. Maybe Heritage is just not necessary against them because I have the Awakens. Because there's a lot of decks in Standard with how powerful the card pool is that if you pass the turn to them, like, they can do a lot with that one turn, you know? So, like, any opportunity you have to not say go is just, like, just get them dead, you know? I think I'll take this. Yeah, like that Wrath, for example, you know? That Wrath would normally be, like, kind of bad for me, but now I just kind of don't care. Yes, the X spell works on artifacts. And it's not just your artifacts, it's any artifacts. Spells weren't terrible. Little poke. No! Not the greeter! Oh, sevens for the greeter? Oh, if you insist. Well, you see, I was going to discard this Esper Origins. Now I'm not going to do that. I was thinking about it, but I think I'll pass. I mean, they're not going to... They're not going to hit Rest in Peace off this Battlefront, right? What is the Everflowing Well? Draw 2, mill 2, draw 2, animal or permanent creature and transform. Okay, that card's kind of cool. They can, like, turn something into a synthesizer. That's kind of cute. The Greeter. So we have Kavaero. So why don't we go Balemurk, pick up Kavaero, hold up Heritage. Although the Heritage is not going to do that much if they just have Rest in Peace. Trying anyways. You know what's kind of funny? They can use Restitching to not die. Oh, you want to see something really cool? Normally, you wouldn't be able to kill the Repurposing Bay, but because this creates a trigger, you can respond to the trigger by killing it. That's nice, right? That's nice. I mean, sure, that's fine, but they're just dead, right? I'm gonna go ahead and declare a block. It's a tactical block. You don't think they're dead? I have 2 hoofs. They have to be dead with 2 hoofs, right? 3 hoofs, sorry, 3 hoofs. Okay, there's no way this is not lethal. This is, like, way over lethal. Because, like, even with only 1 hoof, if you have a second Kavaero, you can just use the second Kavaero to copy the hoof. Could be worse. Crater Hoofs or Crater Hooves? I'm gonna go with Crater Hoofs. But I think either one is acceptable. I wouldn't fault you either way. Yeah, we looked at that earlier, Curiosity. Ah! Ah! Don't touch my cards. Leave my cards alone. Oh, wait, can I just kill their bad now? I feel like they should have taken the Awaken now. I played a couple games on ladder last night with this deck, just like off stream. And I played against a mono black opponent who cast 3 Strategic Betrayals in game 1. And I was like, oh, they just let you do that. It's a lot of hatred. That is a lot of hatred. Betrayal is 2 mana sorcery, target player exiles a creature they control and their whole graveyard. So, as you can imagine, very good against this deck. Very, very good against this deck. I think I get rid of second Hoof. I could have got rid of second Origins there. I'm not sure which is better, but... Not an outlaw, by the way. Not an outlaw. I mean, I don't need to get back Kavaero. I guess I could get back Kavaero anyways to play around a discard spell. I guess that's fine, right? But I don't have the Bringer, so I can't really do the thing. I guess I could have just, like, made a copy of Marang and bounced the Preacher. Which wouldn't have been terrible. It's either this or this, for sure. I think I'm just gonna do this. Like, I don't really mind missing my land drop this turn, because this is gonna give me 3 more mills next turn to try and find the demon. And they're just dead to the demon, so... I think giving myself 3 looks at the demon next turn is fine. Huge. GG. My graveyard. I guess I'll copy Craterhoof. Where'd you go? Dude, this deck is so good. Alright, mono black, huh? Mono black. I don't really know what I have to worry about out of the mono black deck. Like just generic stuff like Flood Maw is not bad. We could just do Flood Maw maybe. Do Flood Maw over like Bargain and a Marang. Try that. Like that's not what the game is about. I only really care about what kind of graveyard hate they have. And I think the most likely graveyard hate they have is probably Betrayal, so maybe I should board in Duress because of that. I'm not going to bounce that thing. I refuse to bounce it. Also not going to bounce that. The Greeter! Dude, Awaken is so good in this deck, too. Do I want an untapped land? Yes. So I can double spell on 4. I thought I was on Jim's channel for a second. Hey! Hey! You can't do that. That's illegal in 5 states. Yo, Strategic Betrayal, not a very good combo with Tiny Bones. Just gonna throw that out there. It's not the best combo. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we can do the thing, but the thing is not really that good here, right? So let's actually just go Greeter, Hold Up, Bitter Triumph. I mean, they're dead next turn. Guess we can discard Hoof. Suspicious attack. Because if they had Betrayal, they would just Betrayal pre-combat, right? Oh, I see what happened. They didn't want me to use the Bitter Triumph. I'm with you. But I can just discard a Hoof to the Awaken trigger, right? Yeah, this is fine. So, untap. Discard Hoof. Get back land. Yeah, get back land. And then we go... I think they can survive. Because they probably have 2 kill spells here, right? I think they can survive. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for it this turn. It's not really the timing they wanted to use on that. I guess it doesn't matter, because it's not going to get itself back anyways. But now they can't kill the Hoofs, right? So this is 25? Yeah, they're still just dead. Boo, boo, boo. Maybe make a bet and see their hand? No, I'm going to deal them lethal that turn. I don't want to make a bet. I want to end the game. Is there an alt art? So the only alt art Hoof that I know of is the Secret Lair one, but you can't purchase that. You can only have acquired the Secret Lair Hoof if you got it when it was around, but I didn't get it when it was around. Unless there's like a different alt art version. Hey! Exile? That's bullshit. Chet. That's a sad face for me. Oh, there's the EOE alt art Hoof. Alright, I'll look into that after this game. I'll consider it. And before opponents just playing, like, every single card in the game that exiles all of my shit, that'd be kind of rude. Ah? Ah? What? Bro. These draws have not been, I will say they've been less than ideal. You could just play the game. How about you do that? Instead of spamming nice deck the whole time. You can just play the game. Alright, what you got? Sultai. I always forget. Can't attack or block unless it has an even number of counters on it. So if it can't attack or block unless it has an even number of counters on it, if it has an even number of counters on it, it can attack or block. And most notably, 0 is even. Noted? 0 is, in fact, even. I mean, we can try and just kill him, I guess. It's unlikely, but you never know. Well, that certainly helps. So I can Kavaero Hoof. Kavaero Hoof would be 3 creatures, so it'd be... Nah, it's not even close, right? Alright, you ready for this play? Yes, I know it doesn't kill. I know it doesn't kill their Subsunin, but I really wanted to mill. I mean, bro, you got 7 cards in hand. You gotta have something, right? Wait, did they just deal themselves lethal damage? Are you really sure you wanted to do that? You sure about that? You sure about that? Oh my god, I just realized something. I stacked my triggers wrong. Oh no, chat. I stacked my triggers wrong. It didn't matter. What the fuck? All right, PayPal received. PayPal received. I would like to point out that I had 1 card in my library with 4 Steamcore Scholar triggers on the stack. Just want to point that out. Oops. Note to self, stack triggers correctly for next game. Noted. Why does the stream keep giving me stream network error? I have no idea, because everything looks good on my end. No idea. Twitch is weird sometimes. All right, what are we doing against Sultai Control? Sultai Control. Definitely Duress. I think I don't really want anything else, right? Like maybe Flood Maw could be all right. Let's try Duress. They're not very well kept, I guess is maybe the best way to put it. That's the nicest way to put it. Well, you see, I really want all 4 of my spells. Therefore, I will simply draw land. There's definitely a land on top of my deck. There's definitely a land second from the top of my deck. Is it worth it to buy Vein Rippers for this deck? I don't know. I mean, I haven't tried the Vein Ripper version that much, but I've been liking the Hoof. The Hoof version has been pretty good. I'm sure there's like pluses and minuses to the Hoof version versus the Vein Ripper version, but I don't know what those are yet. It's too early to tell. You should play 4-color control at the RSQ this weekend. You should play whatever deck gives you the, whatever deck you find the most enjoyable. That would be my recommendation. So probably just VV. Yo, any untapped lands? Add it. You ain't buying VVs? Well, you could if you wanted to. I know, the very extremely rare starting town untapped on turn 3. They said it couldn't be done. You've never seen that trick before. Beneath my skin. Ah! He missed. He actually missed? Well, that's displeasing. I know, there's basically 0% chance I'm going to be able to sell my VVs ever. Like, I waited too long. And I was actually thinking about selling them in Orlando, too. I was having conversations with, like, the people that I came with, and I was like, should I just sell my Cauldrons and my VVs? And then my buddy was like, well, you might go to Baltimore. And then after, you know, this was, like, before the tournament. And then after the tournament, I was like, okay, well, I'm definitely not going to Baltimore. But I decided that, like, a week after I got back, so I didn't really have time to, like, you know. Beneath my skin. All right, beatdown plan. Beatdown plan commence. Just sell it at 50% discount, cut the losses. I mean, it's one of those cards that will probably always be good in Commander. So even if I don't sell them now, I could just hold on to them for a couple years. And, like, they'll eventually, you know, they're not gonna... That card, just in general, probably has a very high floor due to the Commander players, you know? So, it's like look at the One Ring. I think a lot, myself included, maybe I'm just, like, stupid, but I thought the One Ring was going to plummet after it got banned from Modern, and if you look at the price of the One Ring now, it's like, I think it almost has gone up since it got banned, so it's like, yeah, that didn't really materialize that much. What if it gets banned in Commander? Well, if it gets banned in Commander, then, you know, so be it, but... Like, there's nothing I can do to prevent it from getting banned in Commander, you know what I mean? Alright, you think they have a counterspell? I mean, they did just look at 8 cards, but... I probably still have to go for it next turn. Gonna blow up Awaken? Okay. I think that's better for me, though, because it's still lethal. Because I can just copy Craterhoof. Okay, that doesn't really matter that much. I mean, it matters if they have another Fangkeepers, but... And I feel like given how aggressive they're playing, they probably do. But I don't think they have counterspell. Alright, well. Fuck me, I guess. Rip. Pew, pew, pew. Okay. You know, it doesn't really help the fact that every single time they play a spell, they gain 3 life. Certainly doesn't help my my plan B beatdown plan. Didn't take Rupture. That's a little concerning. Kind of have to do that. Certainly don't want those. I mean, how many Kavaeros do I even have left at this point? I have 1 and 2 Overlords. It's not a lot. Big cycle coming in. Huge cycle. It's playing Origins every turn. I mean, that's the plan at this point. Okay. That may not be a very good plan. I mean, I'm trying. I mean, I assume they're going to bounce the Origins, right? I think that's what they're thinking about. Yeah, I would assume they will. Oh, were they thinking about bouncing their own Fangkeepers? It does not really help me, huh? I'm dead to a counterspell. Okay, good news is I'm not dead. I don't have time for that. I kind of need to find a land this turn, as weird as that sounds. I guess I could have greetered first. Eh. Yeah, I know that the season was going to reset today. Usually it's, what, 3 p.m.? Yeah, it should have reset like 5 minutes ago. Brother, I have one breeding pool untapped. Why did you need to Mistrise Village? Okay, I'm dead. Right? I'm dead. Well, it doesn't technically kill me, right? Because I have 22 in grave, 24 in deck, so it doesn't kill me this turn. Okay, do I have an opportunity? Yeah, right? I mean, I think I win if they don't have a counterspell, right? No, because all the bringers are in my hand. Oh, F. Shit. Because I can't... Oh, man, that's so brutal. There's no way for me to discard the bringer and get back Kavaero. Because I have 7 mana right now. I just drew 3 of them. Alright, well, I guess we have to... Yeah, I could mill the 4th one. That's like my only way out is mill the 4th one. Or hope for some reason that they return me now. Yeah, rip. So now I can get back Kavaero and copy Hoof, but it's just not enough to kill them. Damn. Yeah, we just needed like 1 more mana. I'm not seeing it, chat. I am not seeing it. Get back Kavaero. Kavaero copy Hoof is not even close to enough. Copy River Regent. Well, if I copy River Regent, then I'm just dead on board to the monument. Like I'm just dead to the monument. If I do anything but kill them this turn, if I pass, I'm dead on board. So, yeah. Rip. I just needed to not draw 3 of my bringers. Because I didn't have the 4-drop in hand. I didn't have the clone. So if I take the Town Greeter and mill the bringer, then I don't have the clone. Because I needed to take the clone off of the Overlord. I had a Greeter in hand. Did I? Maybe I did. Tactics, Consult, Wrath. Kind of want to take Tactics. Could have played Bringer. No, I think I was 1 mana short, right? I only had 7 mana. I'm pretty sure I was 1 short of casting Bringer. I mean, that's pretty good. Oh, in paper. Right. You just, like, Sharpie out the 6 and put a 5 next to it. That card should cost 7 anyways. I don't see any Spider-Mons. I just drew one. Kavaero Mind-Bitten. His mind was bitten by the thought of... I don't even know where I'm going with that. I was thinking of something, but I should have discarded one of those. His mind was bitten by through the omen paths. He was bitten by legally distinct spider fellows. I don't know. There's something there. I'm too stupid to make a joke, but there's definitely something there. No counterspell, huh? There's also no Craterhoof. I guess I'll take this. It's kind of weird. Like, I can go for a Bringer next turn and just put, 20 power into play, but I don't know how I feel about putting 20 power into play and passing against the deck that could have Deadly Cover-Up. Okay, well that makes things a little bit easier. Alright, combat. Combat. What you working with? Show me your secrets. Well, their board wipe only costs it. Their board wipe costs 6. So I could have done it that turn, put a bunch of stuff into play, and then chilled, but which one of these two is better? I mean, this just looks at more cards, right? I don't think I care about the Wrath. Kind of a weird play, but I think I'm just going to pop my own Overlord. Actually, no, that's dumb. I'll just play Town Grader. Yeah, that's dumb. Because this just looks at 4 cards anyways. Because I just need to find the hoof at this point. Although I guess if they find green mana, they get to hold up the Fang Keeper, which can counter the Kavaero. So we have to hope they draw a tapped green source. I still haven't found hoof. I've not played a land this turn, right? All right, +2. Huge +2. Yeah, I guess Rakshasa, could theoretically fill their graveyard. We haven't really seen anything. We haven't seen any graveyard synergies yet, so I don't know how much filling their graveyard matters, but I mean, that's kind of fucked up. It's really fucked up. Should have taken the board wipe. I don't think I care about the board wipe, do I? Why do I care about the board wipe? I mean, I guess I care about the board wipe if they find the artifact, but also if they go for the board wipe and we just draw Kavaero, they're dead, right? Okay, so they're surveilling? Popping the Balemurk. Sure. I'm honestly kind of astonished they used that. I figured they would want to save it, but I just need to find Kavaero. Kavaero! Kavaero! Well, I think maybe they thought that the summon was a creature, and that's why they thought they could counter it, because maybe they thought it was like a creature on the stack. Yeah, I can just hardcast Hoof, I guess. Which, honestly, I guess that's just the line, right? Just make him have a counterspell. Yeah, I'm in. When nature calls. Okay, I guess that's why they cast the first one so aggressively, is because they just had a second one. But I mean, I'm also okay with this. This is kind of fine. They're still just dead to Kavaero. I feel like that is not good. Because I don't really want to bounce their familiar anyways, right? It lets me draw? I think I'm going to graveyard it. Isn't there board wipe mill? Right, it's just going to mill it anyways. What's the point of keeping it? I mean, I don't even know if they're going to cast the board wipe this turn. It doesn't really accomplish that much. Alright, looks like they're casting it. Yeah. So... Kavaero? Surely I didn't just mill all of them, right? Okay. Opponent, you would tell me if your last card is the... You would tell me if your last card's the River Churn Monument, right? You would tell me if that's what it was. I have one Kavaero left. I have 15 in deck. You know what's really awkward? The Destroy on Awaken is not a May. So I think I'm actually just gonna keep this land and just flip the land and then cast the other Origins. Because I actually don't want to play the Awaken. Alright, well, kill me or you're dead. I don't think their last card's a monument. There's no way. No possible way their last card's a monument. No chance. Zero. Zero. I mean, if it is a monument, this is a pretty savage slow roll. Oh, that doesn't do anything. That literally doesn't do anything. Yeah. Easy. Wait, actually, would it have done anything? Hold on, let me go back and look. Could we have even cast this? Okay, so... How many Steam cores? 1, 2, 3, 4. Did we have 8 cards in deck? No. I literally couldn't even cast my card. So, you know. Look, this deck is really good. You just have to not play against Mill. Because sometimes you go a little too deep. It is pretty funny that, like, if you mill over too many creatures, sometimes you just literally can't cast your combo card. Like, your deck just doesn't work. Yeah, I think I'm learning that against the mill deck, we probably have to cut some number of Steamcore Scholars. Ooh. The Baloth. Baloth, Baloth, Baloth. Board in some Tidebinders. Oh, because everything comes back at once? So you can Tidebinder your own Steamcore trigger. That's kind of fun. Dude, this Ferox is gonna kill me, huh? Well... I guess I just give myself 8 looks at the Kavaero, right? Because I kind of need to find it next turn. I could Origins, but I think it's just better to do these two. Because I can double spell this way. There's the Kavaero. Get this. Pay to do this. This thing doesn't have trample, so... I mean, we're not going to be able to kill them, unfortunately, because we can discard the Bringer, but I can't discard the Hoof. So that's kind of awkward. Sure. Go to 4. This might be a little dicey. Because I have to discard the Demon here. It's not even really that good. I discard Demon, and I get back Steamcore Town Greeter Demon. I mean, I have to do it, right? Is there a way that I can not try to go for it this turn? Like, discard Bringer, return something, play Origins, go to 6, block the Ferox, go to 3? It's really dicey, though, because I had to, like, basically any pump spell. Nah, we have to do this. So we get back something we don't want to reanimate, which is, like, just a land. They get back the Baloth, too, for whatever that's worth. I mean, obviously it's good, but this game's not over yet. Discard 1, 2. Alright, don't kill me. Don't kill me! Okay. I guess it was good enough. Easy win. What is mono green gonna sideboard in? I feel like they're sideboarding in a bunch of, like, permanent-based stuff. Like, they could have Heritage Reclamation. I guess that could be a spell they could have. They likely have some number of, like, Ghost Vacuums or Keen-Eyed Curators. Yeah. Annul's probably not good enough. I mean, Flood Maw is just a good generic answer, right? So we could do, like, Flood Maw, maybe just Flood Maw? Flood Maw Betrayal, maybe? I think Marang kind of sucks. Yeah, I mean, I could do Duress just for Heritage Reclamation. I don't think I want a ton of Duresses, though. We'll try 2. We'll try 2. Dude, I'm kind of in. Just, like, massive tempo play. It might just be better to bounce their 2-drop, though. Alright, I'll bounce their 2-drop. Well, I guess I'm not bouncing their 2-drop. I guess we're not doing that. Interesting. Well, it's not... You can't really say bolt the bird, right? There's no bolt here. I think I just have to graveyard both of these. Dude, this Awaken the Honor Dead is really awkward against Botbatch Recruit. I do need land 4, though. What do I think the best version of Kefka in Standard is right now? I haven't really tried Kefka that much, to be honest with you. Anyone know why all my decks in list gone after all your decks got deleted? I have no idea why. So we need to try to find a land next turn, and the only way to do that, I think, is play Scholar. We need, like, land Bringer. Oh, there's the Bringer. So that's step 1. So we just need to find a land next turn. I mean, we can draw land, right? Hold. Hold. You would tell me if there's a land on top, right? You would tell me that? Yeah, Harvester does look pretty good. If we go to game 3, I'll board in the Harvesters. Oh. I mean, we got a chance. I literally just need an untapped land to kill them. Land me! Sad face. I mean, hell, it's just, dude, give me a land and we're cooking. I don't know about these Duresses. I'm gonna cut the Duresses. I'm gonna cut the rest and we'll go 1 Awaken for 3 Harvester. Try that. What could it cost? Everything. Sand's not bad. It's good if they don't have stupid Paw Patch Recruit. I hate this card. I mean, I like when I play it, but I don't like it when my opponents play it. Raider's kind of nice against it. Huh. I mean, I have the answer in my hand, so, like, I don't think I really care, but... you know, it does something. It does make me kill it. Or is that? Which I guess I wanted to do anyways. You better not have a second one, though. Ooh, that's kind of dicey. Oh, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Aw. That could be a problem. I'm going to be honest with you. That could definitely be a problem. -2/-2, huh? Why is this card a 3/3? Can anybody explain that to me? Why is that card a 3/3? Nobody knows. I guess I'll still take it? Yeah. I guess I'll take it. Okay, that helps. It definitely helps. It gets us some percentage of the way there. Because I would guess they're just gonna, like, hold up all their mana this turn. Or maybe they'll main phase and technique for 7. Hold. Just don't worry about it. That's... you versus the raccoon she tells you not to worry about. Okay, -7. I repeat, -7. All right, now here's the thing. I'm gonna hit you with a nice line here. I'm actually going to... I'm gonna discard because this targets, and I really, really want them to spend their last mana so that I can't get punked up by a protection spell, and I don't need this land. So I am going to target Overlord of the Balemurk. Would you like to exile it? I know you would. Okay. Well, that's kind of fucked. Huh. Now what? Shit. Would you like to counter this? Bro, you gotta work with me here, man. You have to work with me, please. Oh, okay, never mind. All right, never mind. We're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Everything is good. No need to fear. Easy. No need to worry. Although they did get the bringer, at least. Okay, that would have been a good draw if they didn't mill the bringer, right? We can copy... Can't really copy that much, right? Can make a... can make a 5/5 hoof. I mean, I guess we just... Origins and try to find an untapped land. Like Origins into Balemurk. I don't think that matters. I will take this land, though. We just need a Millbringer. It's not what I meant by that. It's definitely not what I meant by Millbringer. We can get something back with Awaken next turn. I don't know what we're getting back, though. Get back, like, Steamcore to try and grease the wheels a little bit more. You do bring the mills. So we get 4 more looks at the demon next turn. Oh, I could just hardcast Hoof. But it's not even close to good enough, right? Yeah, hardcast Hoof is not even close. I kind of want to just decline, honestly. I think I decline here, right? Yeah. That's an easy decline for me. Simply mill the demon. Easy. Easy. Would you look at that? It's simply that easy, folks. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, wait, I didn't stack the triggers right. What I should have... Do you realize what I've done? I should have resolved the hoof before everything else. I didn't think about that. I think it's still lethal, but I should have resolved the hoof before everything else. Yeah. Again, I know I need to pay attention to that. I need to make sure I like put my triggers on the stack in the proper order. Well, you see, what if there was a land on top? Could be worse. Could be worse. Oh no. No, 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 no. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. No, not a crash out yet. Not yet, not yet, not yet. I'm calm, I am cool, I am collected, I am not crashing out. For now, at least. Your fire joke goes unnoticed. -12. Don't get the fire joke. I would laugh if I got the joke, but I just didn't get it. Hoof, there it is. Hoof, there it is. Oh, the Modest Mouse joke. Okay, I thought you meant -12 was a joke. I did see the Modest Mouse joke. I just didn't laugh at it. I did see it, though. If you play against Vivi, I'm unsubbing. Well, that would require you to be subbed first, right? So now that they're playing Vivi, you have to sub first and then unsub, right? I mean, you said it. Any primers? Any prime gamers? You know, this is not looking great, I'll be honest with you. It's not looking fantastic. Just gonna be brutally honest with you. Huge starting town. How'd you know that's exactly what I was looking for? They didn't even Cauldron my they didn't even Cauldron the Origins. The disrespect. I mean, I want to bring in Heritage. We can do Heritage over Marang, maybe. Try that. Yeah, we have 6 outs to Cauldron, plus the Annuls. That's enough. It's tough. Basically, it's really hard to find room for all this stuff. Like, yes, Duress might be okay. It's just like, I don't know how you're making room for all that. I'm actually going to keep this. It's a bit sus, but... I still have plans to play SCG Baltimore. I mean, it's not too late to cancel. Just so you know, it's not too late to cancel. This is so awkward. Like, I don't know, man. Do I want to tap out? I guess I have to. I don't need either of those. I really just want to dig for the Spider-Man. The superior Spider-Man. Dude, they got nothing. Oh. What are the odds they have a 1-mana counterspell this turn? I would say pretty low odds. See? You just gotta believe. These Annuls are really awkward, though, because, like, I really just want to be tapping out every turn. I don't want to be holding up a single mana. Because my ideal curve is, like, 2-drop into 3-drop into double 2-drop. Perhaps I should have kept one of those lands. A radioactive spider. I've seen some builds that have the radioactive. I think personally it's too mana intensive, but do I care about this? I don't think they've been slow rolling. Well, the reason to not annul is in case they've been slow rolling Cauldron. Because I want to counter it on the stack before they can eat the Origins. But I mean, even if they play Cauldron after this, I can still kill it end of turn and then get something back with Kavaero, with Awaken. So, like, I guess that's fine. Because I just need to get back a land here. I guess Swamp. And I don't think I'm going for Kavaero. I think we just Origins here. Origins first. This also plays around Stroke. Ooh, those are two pretty good mills. I like that. I mean, it would have been better if we, you know, didn't hit that, but... Yeah, the Awakens are so good in this deck. And it literally does everything, too, because it, like, it blows up the sideboard cards, it turbo mills, it gets back Kavaeros that are countered, like, it sincerely just does everything. I mean, honestly... I think I have no reason to not just keep doing this, right? I guess keep... Could keep the Greeter, maybe? I don't know what I'm looking for. I guess... No, let's just do this. Let's keep land, and then I can play Scholar. Scholar, discard Origins. But, I mean, I might just kill them with the Origins, honestly. Because we're going to go Chapter 3 of the first one next turn, which will be 10 damage. Do you get the W already? Yeah, but I think they're representing some sort of counterspell. Yeah, see. I'm trying to bait counterspells. That's why they can cast the Kavaero that turn. They fell for the bait. They fell for the bait. Jebaited. I mean, honestly, I think it is actually more beneficial for me to just hardcast Bringer. Because this is more mana intensive, and it's still lethal. They have to counter it. Yeah, see? Because, so the reason you want to cast the Bringer there is if I had cast Kavaero and they would have still just countered it, then I couldn't cast the Bringer next turn. But now that I've gotten the Bringer countered, now I have enough mana to play Kavaero next turn. Okay, unfortunately, they get to pick up counter spells, which is kind of fucked up, but... so we can't go for it now. I didn't board in the Duresses, did I? Shit. Man, I guess we're just gonna do this. Okay. That makes me more likely to just go for it now. Yeah. And now we just go for it. Because we have the second one rolled up next turn. Yeah, that's fine. Surely they don't have the fourth counter spell, right? Okay. I mean, come on. Opponent, you would tell me if you had the third counter spell, right? You would tell me if that was a counter spell, wouldn't you? It's not a counter spell. It's definitely not a counter spell. They'll tell me. They should. Easy. It's a stifle. People run, people run. All right, how do we make room for these Duresses? I wonder if Betrayal is just not good enough against this version. Like, if they're not super heavy on VV Cauldron and they're more prowess focused, maybe Betrayal is worse than Duress. Because they have a lot of counter spells. I think we do need these Duresses. Cut a Bringer. Cut a Bringer. I think I'd rather cut a Hoof, though, honestly. But I think I'm just going to cut one of my Enablers. I'm going to cut a Greeter. Do it like that. But they don't seem to have a ton of graveyard hate. They're more like stack interaction. And this hand is so close. Chad, if we just had a third land... Chad, you would tell me if there's a land on top, right? Would you tell me if there was a land on top of my deck? I mean, to be fair, they did take a mulligan, for what it's worth. They did take a mulligan. Why am I talking myself into keeping this hand? Because I'm going to. And I'm going to regret every second of it. It's on top, I checked. All right. Well, if it's not on top, then you're banned. That'll make it. That's how the rules work, man. You know, that's how the rules work. You're banned, bro. What's the chance you draw land? I think does it tell you here? Yeah, 38%. What's the percentage chance now? Still 38. How is that possible? I drew a non-land card. How did it not go up? Shouldn't the percentage chance go up? It's okay. It's definitely the next card. I misread my crystal ball a little bit. The crystal ball said it was the next card, but I actually missed a line of text that said it was the card after the next card. So, my bad. See, I told you. I mean, on a mold of 5, I think I'm just going to kill this thing now. Because it cuts a lot of pressure off me. And if they have Cauldron, I could just kill it with Awaken. Oh. Do I even want to kill that? I don't think I do, right? I think we just go Scholar, discard these two. Because Scholar also gets me closer to another land next turn. And, like, again, the usual, like, this is just worse in the graveyard for me. Multiple reasons, too. One, if they have Cauldron, it's very bad. Two, if I kill this and then the turn after go for Bringer and don't kill them, they get this back. So I think I'm just going to go for Scholar. What is that? What is that? You can't do that to me. You literally can't do that to me. So perhaps maybe too many fast lands? What's the worst that could happen if I let them untap with BV for a single turn? Yeah, the answer is that. The answer is definitely that. I'm pretty sure I have to kill the Cauldron next turn. God, this is so rough. Killing Vivi is just bad, right? They just put a counter on their thing. Yeah, this sucks. This really sucks. I think my only out is kill the Cauldron and then try to mill another demon next turn. Because they're going to exile my demon. So we just have to mill a demon in the top 3. Yeah. Yeah, we just have to hope they don't have cantrips, I guess. I mean, free attack is free. That 2 damage might come up. A huge 2 damage. I don't think their last card's a spell. Why on earth would they use the Vivi mana? What was the point of that? Why would they do that? Like, what, isn't it just better to to get another trigger? I'm confused. I don't know why they did that. We're dead to Monstrous Rage. Maybe they want a monastery. Yeah, I guess, like, if they stock up into 5 lands, then they want a monastery there. No demon kind of sucks. Man, and I don't have an untapped land. I mean, there's just nothing good to copy, right? Like, even if they didn't hit a counterspell, casting this Kavaero just doesn't do anything. And get a Steamcore Scholar, I guess. I guess we Scholar and try to hit an untap land? Like, untap land Demon, then I can play Esper and chump block VV. Can I please have a Demon? Two cards in hand, huh? Alright, GG's. Rip a bozo. Who do you think they would be prime sub to? Probably like Kai or somebody, right? Not Kai Bude. Kai Sanat. Just to clarify. Oh, I keep forgetting to do the altar at Craterhoof. Remind me after this game. Mortuary. Am I playing the showcase art of Bringer? Of course. Is that what? That's not even a question. How dare you ask that? So they have the Crand version of Craterhoof, but the only way to acquire it is if you got it when it was like a limited time offer kind of thing, and if you didn't buy it when it was available, which I think was like 2 years ago, then you can't purchase it. So it's there, but unless you bought like the bundle, you can't get it, which sucks. I'd pay a lot for that. Why do they lock so much of that stuff behind a barrier? There's so many alt arts that you just can't purchase. Like, example, I went to purchase the alt art of Awaken the Honored Dead. You can't buy it. It's just locked behind a bundle. It's like, do they realize how much more money they could make if that stuff was not locked behind bundles? It's wild. Yeah, that was a charity one, right? Wasn't it? It was like this the charity secret lair. Not the best spot to be in. Sing with you. We're doing a lot of the milling and discarding, but unfortunately we're not really drawing anything relevant. Kind of bricked off a little bit. Bro is just bricked up. Take that block. I mean... yeah, that helps. Let me think. Yeah, I think this is fine. Jesus, I don't want these lands. Okay. Hey, GG's, Rodin. GG's. Bro, Lord Skitter? What are we doing here? Come on, man. Why do you have to bring that? Why do so many people have... Chat, question for you. Why are we playing a graveyard-based strategy when the best deck in the format has Cauldron? Because not only do you have to play against the Cauldrons, you have to play against everybody else who is just like solely gunning for Cauldron. Why are we doing that? Because we could just not do that. Cards are good. I guess there was no reason to discard a land this turn. Could have just got rid of the... Yeah, that was dumb. And then I guess we go... We have to kill the Skitter, I think. So kill Skitter, discard this. And then I guess maybe you play Marang next turn? I don't even know. Sounds like a question for Doomwake. Can we ask him? I mean, you guys ask me questions all the time. You can ask me. You can ask Doomwake anything. Not literally anything, you know, within reason, of course, but. Yeah, that is true. I don't think the Skitter doesn't seem that great against the Cauldron deck, because, like, if you target their VV, they're just going to eat their VV in response. So it's like sorcery speed, timing on the graveyard hate seems kind of bad. But I mean, it is kind of just like a Rabble Master that continues to generate threats. All right, what are we doing with our lives here? Could just cast Marang. It puts me on 4. I could Awaken, kill Beastbinder. Yeah, I like that. Let's go Awaken. We can go Awaken and Origins. Play tap land. This plays around Spell Pierce. They're gonna piss in my flood? They are. Well, I know what I'm doing with those. No thanks. I'm good on those. I'm all set. Oh, actually, should I have kept one? I forgot that this was going to actually make mana next turn. Maybe I should have kept one. I was just so used to this thing being shut down the whole time, but it is actually going to, like... Oh. Well, that's why I didn't keep the third one, right? Like... I didn't want the third one. You know, I didn't want to draw 2 of them. That's why I kept it. A milled Kavaero. We probably just go for it, right? Is there a downside to going for it? Not really. Tidebinder incoming. That would be the downside, right? Well, I can't actually go for it again because I only have 1 Kavaero. So if they Tidebinder this, then I can't get this back. Right? But I guess the worst case scenario is if they Tidebinder the Kavaero, I can hard cast Marang to bounce the Kavaero and then go for it again after the fact. Like 2 turns from then. You know what I mean? We didn't come here to not cast this card, you know? Where is it? Bringer of the Last Gift. I thought go for a bit hardcast tough. No, this is safer than hardcast tough. Because this, well, you know. I don't know if it's safer, but... Oh, dude, I didn't stack the triggers right again. I keep forgetting that. Thankfully, there's not that many mills, but... Yeah, we're good. Because it's mill 8, then draw 2. I need to remember to, like, actually stack my triggers properly, though. Because it is going to come up. for sure. It is definitely going to come up at some point. For the people who aren't sure what I'm referring to, so what happens is you get all of this stuff back at the same time, right? So you have a bunch of cards that self-mill, and then Steamcore, which draws cards. So what you want to do is you need to resolve the Scholars first. Like if you have a low deck size, you can resolve the Steamcore Scholars first, get all of the draws out of the way, and then use the self-mills to mill your entire deck. But you don't lose to decking because you've already drawn the cards first. That's kind of what I mean when I say that. Some of us have to play Pauper. That's all I'm saying. What do we do against Dimir? Probably Harvester, right? And if you draw them in like a Yugi-like fashion, you know, you get the dual disc and it's like, whoo! I summon Pot of Greed in attack mode. You know, like that kind of shit. Have I ever seen a dual disc? Yeah, I mean like 20 years ago, but it's been a while. It doesn't hold 7 cards. Well, you don't put the cards in your hand on the dual disc. You put your cards, you just hold the cards in your hand, right? That card has flash. Just so we're clear, that card has flash. My friend went to college with the Shadow Realm meme guy. Wait, really? That's sick. I thought you were gonna say your friend went to college with like the guy who voiced Seto Kaiba or something, which would have also been cool. But to be fair, how do I beat a Kaido? That's the neat part. Maybe I should have declined on the Overlord. I mean, we're definitely going to draw land off this. We're definitely going to draw land next turn. We're for sure going to draw land next turn. Is Tangle a card to build on? Tangle is not legal in Standard. It's on the bonus sheet, but it's like... It's one of those things where it's on the bonus sheet, but it's not actually legal in Standard. What are the odds they have a counter spell? I mean, I did draw land. I mean, is it getting... Here's the question, right? The question you have to ask yourself, is it getting any better? Yeah, there's a lot of shit they could have here. They have Curiosity. Well, if they all they have is Curiosity, they're dead. But I don't know. Because, like, I want to double spell this turn. I guess I could go, like... Esper Origins, Town Greeter, maybe Flashback Origins next turn. Just, I don't have a lot of time against this Kaido is the issue. You know what? I almost feel like if they have Curiosity, I should just go for it this turn. Because that means they're not casting Curiosity this turn. It's weird, but... Okay. See, that's actually fine, because now I can Overlord. Tidebiter would have been much worse for me because I would not have been able to Overlord it back. So I get a chump blocked. I think untap land is our best hit here, so I can go Overlord Awaken.
Now I know your weakness.
Do. So, Shock to play around another counter spell. Go to 7. Wait, am I just dead on board now? I might be dead on board now. Even if they don't have Tidebinder, which it seems like they probably do. Okay. Okay, good news. Good news. They have 6 power in play. What if they just don't hit a spell off the map? I kind of think I have to just hope they don't hit a spell, right? Because, okay, hear me out. If I Town Greeter this turn... Oh, the Kaido emblem. Right. Okay, now we have to Greeter. Maybe it's better to Harvester instead of Greeter. Go Origins, gain life. Go to 9. They have 7. I still need to hit another land next turn. And I don't have a lot of untapped lands that aren't shocks, is the issue. But I guess I could also just draw Kavaero. We're dead to Curiosity, which they don't have. Well, the thing is, Greeter for land doesn't matter that much because I only have one other basic swamp in my deck. Oh, we're also just dead to a second Kaido, yeah. Nothing I can do about that, though. Alright, game 3. Game 3. Don't really think I want any of these cards, so let's run it back. This hand's hella slow, but we have Surveil Land. I'm gonna keep it. Let's try it. Maybe it's a little too slow. I told you, I already have the Bringer Showcase. I already told you that earlier. Now you're just telling me to buy things that I already have. I can't buy it again. I think just a Scholar. Yeah. Okay. Not getting Kaido, which is good. It always feels really good when the Dimir player doesn't have turn 3 Kaido. That card is so fucked. I kind of hope they play the rat this turn. You got any rats? Any rats? The Greeter. Wait, really? They're greeting that? I guess they just, like, maybe expect they don't have a land. Good thing I led on Greeter. I guess this is better? Why don't you play with Mill? 4 blue-black card that also says +1 for each creature in graveyard. Which card is that? Ah! No! I've been betrayed. Oh no. It truly was a betrayal. It truly was a betrayal. One of the betrayals of all time. Oh, the creature? Eh. The thing about the creature is it's just like a big bozo, you know? This deck doesn't really want just large bozos like that, you know what I mean? It's also not great against the graveyard hate. Like, if you want some kind of plan against graveyard hate, you're probably better off playing Cosmogoyf. If you wanted, like, an alternate threat post board, I think you're much better off playing Cosmogoyf. Steamcore. Trigger. Come on, man. You're killing me. All right. Well, I mean, the good news is we have a Craterhoof. It's a weird game. It might just be like hoof beatdown time. Oh, please attack. Please attack. This is the fastest double block of my entire life. Okay. I'm like, dude, if you attack, that I am double blocking. Wait, that's actually good, right? Because we get 3 more hoofs. Oh no, because I have the bringer in hand, right? Okay. It's actually not good. What if I just Kavaero for hoof this turn? Is that lethal? So 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 17 minus 3 is 14, so they'd go to 2. I mean, that's pretty good, right? Put them to 2. It is really good. All right. But the funny thing is, we can just get back the Kavaero next turn, right? And they're definitely 100% not going to have another Strategic Betrayal here, right? Yeah, the Cruel Somniphage I don't think is that good. I'm not a big fan of that card. Like, if you want some sort of, 2-mana mill effect, there's so many better ways to do that, Do I even discard the bringer here? Like, I wonder, is it ever just better to discard the land and keep the bringer? Just cast bringer. Right, but the thing is, I really want a Kavaero in my hand. Like, okay, let's assume their hand is 2 counterspells, right? I want to put a Kavaero in my hand to force them to have a counterspell and then have a threat left over. If I don't discard anything and just go land bringer, then I'm dead to like 1 counterspell. Then I have nothing left, right? So that's kind of why I want a second threat here is what I'm getting at. Right, so hear me out, right? If I discard land and get back Kavaero, that means that next turn, if I draw land, it's actually not bad, because land lets me hardcast this bringer. Does that make sense? So now it's like, spells are good draws, but lands are also good draws. You know what I mean? I guess they could kill one of the scholars in response to the trigger, which would make the hoof a lot worse. Okay, it seems like they're not doing that. Maybe they have a Flood Pits. Well, we played around the counterspell. That's good. They did take a little bit of extra damage here. They should be at 4. Because they should have just killed the hoof in response to the trigger. They probably just missed it. I don't think it's going to matter. It's probably not going to change the outcome of the game. But they should be at 4 here. I'll take 6. Definitely not going to double block this time. Yeah, just in time. They really could have used that betrayal a couple turns earlier, huh? Feel like that was fashionably late.